Okay, we're back. As the realtor, it's unlikely that you will ever have to actually sample for mold, but the chances of you needing to make sure that whoever the home inspector is or whoever is sampling for mold knows what he's doing, chances of that is pretty high. So you're going to want to make sure that whoever is on your team who claims for himself the role of expert, you want to make sure that he does actually know what he is doing. So give you a little bit of background in sampling. The concept with sampling is that we are taking 150 liters out of the air, 15 liters per minute, and we're going to do that for 10 minutes. You've got the pump on this end, and then there's a hose, and then on the end of that hose you've got a little cassette, a cartridge, if you will. Inside this plastic cassette, there's going to be a little film, and the air as it comes in through this cassette is going to hit or impinge against the film, and the idea is that it's going to leave any molds or dusts or any one of whatever the air pollution is on that cartridge, and then the rest of the air is going to go around and through the pump and back into the house. As you're noticing what the mold sampler is doing, you'll want to make sure that he's got that machine that is calibrated for exactly 15 liters per minute of air, and that he is sampling inside the house at least one location. Sometimes you need to go 2 or 3 depending on whether you want to sample upstairs or whether you want to sample in the basement, or where you want to sample. Maybe you want to do the bedroom, or maybe, and then of course you got to do one more, and that's got to be outside, and that's considered to be the equivalent of the control sample. Because again, there's no place on earth other than a few clean rooms out there where you're going to get zero mold. You know, zero mold is not the goal, it's unrealistic. So you've got to have an example of what good air is, and so that's what the outdoor air sample is all about. You can do tape lifts, or you can do a cotton swab and put that and send that to the lab. My thing is that in many cases, in order to do a tape lift or a cotton swab, you've actually got to swab the area. And to me, that doesn't make a lot of sense, because if you see the mold and it's wet, it's mold. There's no use testing for it, it's mold. And we need to go to step 2, which is to identify and eliminate the root cause, and then whatever remediation needs to happen. So the test kits are available out there. You can get them from places like Walmart. I don't put a lot of stock in them because, you know, they'll tell you there's mold, but you already know that there's mold naturally. So we need to do a little bit better than that. And if you go with somebody who knows what he's doing, and then you go with a professional lab, they can give you more quantitative results. And you should expect those kinds of results from your home inspector. Next segment, we're going to talk about remediation methods and what that should look like.